And hello there, welcome back to the Japan Game Junk podcast, and today it is going to be the first repeat visit of a store on the podcast. This one is the Surugaya store in Utsunomiya of Tochigi. This is the same store where previously I had found a huge cache of still new in box Virtual Boy games that had been discovered and bought out by the Surugaya chain, and were being sold very cheaply. I wanted to see how those were doing, if they're still there, and also other things. So first, to get started, this is the store as was visited on the, let's see, carry the 2, hold over the 3. It was visited on the 18th. Indeed, yes. Or was it? Just a moment, my math is faulty. Today, as this is recording and being sent off on the 25th, yesterday was the 24th, no, it would be the 17th. On the 17th of June, 2024, this is the Surugaya store of Tochigi, Utsunomiya City of Tochigi Prefecture. So, first one thing that was noticeable was Capcom vs. SNK Chaos for the original Neo Geo ROM system. This is a fairly rare title and sought after, and it's pretty good if you want to pay 178,000 yen for it to be complete in box. Wowie zowie, all the other games beside it were less than a third of the price. Craziness. Also, this store has a very rare thing. Sorry. Oh, sorry for the coughing, but it's such a rarity, I guess it made me go crazy. So, there is a demonstration unit in Japan called the Famicom Box, and it was similar in the US to like a Play Choice 10, if you know what that is, where you put in you put in your money and then you can choose a game and you can play it as if you had it at home until you die or you have a time limit or whatever it might be. This is the Nintendo Entertainment System game of Tetris in a black cartridge, and indeed it's all in Japanese, but it does say Nintendo Entertainment System, and it has the NES cartridge format, but it has all the Japanese writing, and indeed this was a way they could copy protect in Japan, because these arcade based units, even if the owners of the cabinets wanted to sell off the games, people would not be able to play the US games in their Famicom. So they just took the NES cartridges, the same layout, put them in these black cartridges. And so, anyway, if you have the chance, look up online Famicom Box cartridges and you'll see what I mean. But anyway, a bit of a rarity, and they can be played in your NES, or you get the adapter for your Famicom. And this was being sold, the tennis game, the original black box early tennis game, for 24,000 yen. If I had unlimited money, I would have bought it there for the rarity. And indeed, the Virtual Boy games that were there, about half of them were left. People were really snagging these up. Perhaps I was a part of that when I announced it to the world, and not just here, but also on the Japanese social media. And now, because they'd sold off quite a bit of them, and I guess they stopped selling, they are a bit lower priced. Before, the Mario Clash game, I believe, was about 6,000 yen, down to 4,000 yen. Vertical Force, down to 1,800 yen. Red Alarm, down to 1,500 yen. The Tobidase Panic Bomberman, down to 1,200 yen. The baseball game, Powerful Pro Baseball 95, 1,800 yen. And TNE Virtual Golf, down to 1,980 yen. So, some of these, at least I'm sure, are a bit cheaper than they were before, but still quite a few. I'd say that altogether, counting them all up, there were still a few dozen games left, still new in box, ready to be purchased at the Utsunomiya Surugaya store. Next, something I thought was interesting was a Figma. You know, the Figma Japanese, figure series had the boy and Squid Boy, Squid Girl figures from Splatoon there. Splatoon Girl DX Edition. In box, 25,000 yen. People pay that much for these cartoony figures. It's kind of crazy. Also found a Sega Saturn movie card, letting you play video CDs in your Sega Saturn. I believe I have the photo CD card in my V Saturn at home. Anyway, this one was 8,800 yen. Kind of pricey to watch video CDs on your Saturn, but hey, there you go. And right behind it, complete in-box mint condition 32X system for your Mega Drive. 46,700 yen. Wow. You could instead get the Mega Adapter, still in box actually, which is your Mark III game adapter. Of course, now if you've seen the YouTube channel, you've seen my the new version, this being made by a third-party company that can do the same thing. But anyway, Mega Drive adapter to play your Mark III games and cartridges and cards and all that. 11,200 yen. For a boxed copy, it's a boxed thing. It's cheapest I've ever seen. A weird thing, just the instruction manual for the Game Boy game Bubble Ghost. I don't know much about the game, but the manual only was being sold for 13,700 yen. Wow. Also, kind of a typical price you'd find it, but just because I'm always interested to see it. The Penthouse Interactive Virtual Photo Shoot Volume 1 for 3DO. This is the Japanese version. It says Nihongo-ban, Japanese version on it, which means it'll be pixelated on all the happy parts. So you can enjoy that. Pixelated pornography on your 3DO for 8,000 yen. Might as well get the imported version, like I did recently with Love Bites. I have that video on YouTube. Yeah, that's saucier and no censorship. Although still grainy video, so it's about the same thing. Also, the Hello Kitty Playdia game. Yeah. You play with Hello Kitty on your Playdia. Anyway, 2,500 yen. If I had a working Playdia at the moment, I would have picked this up, because, how do you turn down Hello Kitty? Also, kind of shocking to me was the Keru Naguru game for Famicom. Recently I did play that on the channel, and I thought it was a big deal when I got it very cheaply on Mercari. And here it was a big boxed version for only about 100 yen more. No, I'm sorry. Literally, as I'm seeing this right now, I'm regretting not getting this. It's only the game box for 700 yen. How could I... Wow! I should have gotten this, and then I could put it with my... Oh... Maybe I'll go back there next time. If it's there, I'll get it. Get the game box for Keru Naguru. Also, Sakura Wars Game Boy 2, which includes a Game Boy pouch, and to be played in your Game Boy Color or Game Boy Advance, 8,800 yen. If you want that rare pouch, there you go. And also the Teku Teku Angel. It's kind of like, think of it like a Tamagotchi, but you raise an angel. And it was made by a different company. But yeah, before when I went there, they had a ton of these things for 500 yen, all different colors. I go back there this day, they have a ton of them there for 250 yen, all the colors. I guess they weren't hot sellers. Anyway, my first episode of a repeat visit. I know you enjoyed very much. Thank you so much for enjoying very much. And I hope you're having a great day. Please be smiling and happy there, and I'm smiling right now thinking of you smiling and being happy. Again, muchos thanksius.